Okay, so now this topic is related to proportion, and before we were dealing with averages, now we will deal with proportions. And in case of proportion, you will be always be given percentages, or you will be given, or we will talk about particular characteristics. Like here, number of items in a sample having a particular characteristics. For example, if you are given 30 students, 20 are girls, 10 are boys, and we want to know the proportion of boys. So in that case, x is 10, n is 30, so proportion is 10 by 30. And most of the time you will be given p directly rather than in terms of x or n. So you will be given p in terms of percentages, 0.6 or so called 60% or 50%, something like that. And you will be always given population proportion as well. So population pi is population proportion. So here you can see that this is n number of sample, pi is population proportion, and this is standard deviation. So the formula in case of proportion will be, before the formula was x bar minus mu x over sigma x bar. Now the formula will become like this. You will be given p, you will be given population proportion, and if you are given this pi, you can easily calculate sigma p by using this formula. And the question will be, what is the probability that pi is less than 0.5 or greater than 0.4, like before we used to have. So then we will use this formula, convert it into z scale. Like here we solve one example. If the true proportion of voters who support proposition A is pi 0.4, you will be always given pi, different pi according to the situation, not always 0.4. Don't say that pi will be always 0.4, but it would be different for different problems. So what is the probability that a sample of 200, so n is 200, and sample proportion between this? As I said earlier, you will be sometimes given directly p to find out, or sometimes you will be given x and n, and then you can find p by using this formula, or you will be given directly p like this. So now we find this probability by converting it into z transform. So as I said, z is p minus pi over sigma p. So when p is 0.40, pi is 0.40 over sigma p. So in this case z1 is 0. Similarly you can calculate z2, so which is 0.45 minus 0.4 over sigma p, which is pi 1 minus pi over n, so it will become 1.44. So you will calculate this probability through the z table, like before we used to calculate it exactly like before. So 0, 1.44, so from minus infinity to 0 we know it is 0.5, and from minus infinity to 1.44 it would be, from z table you can get this one. So from this bigger area we will subtract this smaller area, so your required probability will be this.